as they are trying to get their first hands sorted. And we will probably get the deck lists in a few moments.
Yeah.
Die roll. Bart rolls a 6.
Also a 6.
Here we go. 8. And a 2. There we go. Bart is gonna start. You'll know pretty fast what he exactly is playing.
Yep.
But I'm guessing it's gonna be Grixis Dead Shadow. And on the left hand side, it looks like blue cards and red cards, so I think it's Storm.
Maybe it is.
Playing it a little bit too close. Ooh, an unshocked Steam vent, so I might be wrong about Bart. Thoughtseize from maybe Diether is playing Dead Shadow. And Bart is showing Storm. I have it reversed. That's funny. Didn't expect that. Really didn't expect that. So
that's the purpose, huh? When you're playing the same guys over and over again.
Oh no, I had it correct. The names are vice versa.
Oh, okay.
now I see Bart's face. I'm just gonna fix that. So this is 1, 2.
Okay.
So I did have 100% correct there.
Jackie knows all the guys and all the decks, so
here we go. We actually get the deck lists in. Grixis Dead Shadow and Storm.
Bart is playing Grixis Dead Shadow, and Diether is playing the Storm deck.
Yep. So Bart is at 2 wins. So here we go. In the meantime, Diether has played an opt, new art opt, I think. And another Thoughtseize hits. And he has in hand the Grape Shot, Past in Flames, Baral, and I think a Remand. I think the Remand is in the graveyard and he still has an opt in hand. Bart went down to 14. Perfectly on plan for a Grixis Dead Shadow deck.
Now he fetched, so he's on 13.
And he's not gonna shock. I would shock. Then you can play your Dead Shadow.
Yeah, his opponent...
there we go.
Yeah, his opponent put him on 13, so he didn't know if he wanted to shock himself. So.
Okay. Well, he is sequencing it correctly.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a judge.
He should be.
He should be. There we go, Dead Shadow, 2-2. And Diether has some work to do because that thing can get really big next turn.
Yeah.
Another fetch land go. That's not really too good, but also the Storm deck can go off. He still has his Past in Flames and a Grape Shot. He's attacking before damage. He's fetching down to 10.
10.
I think he needs to be careful though, because by going so low against the Storm deck, he needs a lot less Storm to actually kill. And the moment the Dead Shadow is a 5-5, he's gonna cycle, so it goes up to a 7-7, all before damage. This deck, he's been playing it for a while now. He's so good at it as well.
Yeah. So he's going to 13.
Yeah. 2 turns left. He's going to fetch to 12. Diether also plays Blue-Red Storm like I do with fetch lands. A lot of people don't really like that.
Why is that? What's the difference?
Because it makes things like Serum Visions and Opt pretty difficult to sequence correctly, and it's less resistant to things like Leonin Arbiters, which are played often in hate bear decks, and so on.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 main concerns. Spyglass against you when you're holding 2 turns is pretty bad. So there are some really good things to say about it, but I just like the flexibility. Serum Visions is being played by Diether. Can't really see the scrying cards. There's another land on hand. You don't want too many lands with the Storm deck. That's what you have the rituals for. But Bart Boudewijn is. I think he's gonna come and judge the tournament tomorrow, the Legacy tournament.
Okay.
Usually it's him and Roel together. And Diether, yeah, he's a local. Not very local, but he comes to play in Turnout and in Mall very often.
Yeah.
Also really likes to play Legacy, but today visible Storm player in Modern. Long Scry must be some good cards he's having
at
there.
this board state, it's a 2-turn clock, so this Scry there are 2 cards, so it can be.
Well, yeah, Bart can go to 1, and it's actually a 1-turn clock.
Yeah, it is.
So it's debatable if it's still going to be the case. That would be very tough to do.
So 1 on top and
It
1.
would need a fetch because he needs to take an uneven amount of damage at that point. Do we have any idea what the backup match is already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the deck lists here.
The Scry is still going on, so we're gonna have a look. It's Steven Snyder playing humans.
And Blue-Red Breach.
Yeah, so... And who is this?
Eric
Brinks. Yeah.
Eric Brinks.
Through the breach. Yeah, okay. Might see that in the next few minutes. That Shadow player plays Opt. Diether did find the Baral, so he has his enabler. Next turn Bart could be dead unless he is dead himself. Unless he kills Diether himself. Because now there is an enabler, there is 4 mana. I do think the Grave Shot and Passing Flames is the only thing he has in hand, yeah. There we go, end of turn, Bolt your Baral, back to 0.
Yeah.
Still not one reachable, not in the graveyard,
No.
not in hand.
Oh, I think Bart has a Lightning Bolt in hand. The foil one.
It's a Judge Reward Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
So actually...
He only has to do 9 damage instead of 12 for this turn win.
He can do 9 damage because he can fetch Shock. And then the Grixis, then that Shadow is 3 larger and he can kill his opponent because he will drop to 3.
Yeah, so...
And he has no second mana open, so unless Diether is playing main deck the spells, which I think he shouldn't,
Oh,
he has
a
only the
discard
remands.
from Street Trade.
Okay,
So he goes to 4.
he's at 4. If he bolts himself now, he can attack for lethal.
Yeah.
So then he's at 4 from the Street Trade. Snapcaster, bolt you.
Yeah.
And
That's game.
there were many different lines he could have taken there, but going to 1 yourself is pretty risky.
Yeah.
Sideboard wise, let's see.
You can easily bolt your opponent and yourself just to make your creature bigger.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage that way. Let's see, Shatterstorm, no, on a Storm player side. Pyromancer's Ascension, I really like that. It's a throwback to the previous version of the Storm deck before gifts got unbanned. So I think that's coming in because it's Fatal Push resisted and Lightning Bolt resisted. And another win than the creatures. Pieces of the Puzzle, that might be good. Few copies, because then you know what Pieces of the Puzzle is?
No.
So it's for blue and 2 colorless. You can look at the top 5 cards and you can take 2 instants or sorceries from those. So if you get Thought Seized, you're very often gonna take that card because it's just straight up card advantage. Shatterstorms for Affinity, Empty the Warrants. Empty the Warrants might be good unless Bart is playing the Trample spell, which he sometimes does. The Temur Battle Rage. At that point, Goblins isn't a good plan. But Bart might be playing... Goblins. He is Engineered Explosives on side, so that's probably coming in to hedge against the Goblins. Liliana the Last Wood, Anger of the Gods might come in. Nile Spunbomb is definitely coming in. Serum, that's not good. Yeah, I don't know if you want to dilute the deck too much.
No.
Maybe 1 Engineered and 2 Angers is enough. Let's see, Diether's side. Empties, I'm not sure. The Pyromancer's Ascension for sure. Pieces of the Puzzle, I think for sure. Shatterstorm, no. Empty the Warrens, yeah, maybe one. A Braid, that's niche, no. Lightning Bolts, is that good against the Grixis Dead Shadow deck? It's always 50-50, yeah? Do you want to bolt the Snapcasters or do you want to bolt something else to the face? It does lower the amount of storm you need, definitely with Pyromancer's Ascension. So if you get Pyromancer's Ascension online with rituals and cantrips, then a bolt is 2 bolts, and 2 bolts is 4 bolts.
Yeah, okay,
and 4
but
bolts is a lot.
I don't think you want to bolt your opponent against the Dead Shadow deck.
Giga Drowse to tap the opponent's lands in his turn, so you have your turn free from counter spells, because he does play counter spells. Stubborn Denials, only 2 though. He has Counter Squall, maybe that's also good. Echoing Truth might be good to bounce some of the big creatures, to buy time, and Wipe Away does the same. To get rid of hard counters for your deck, or to get rid of a threat you really need to get rid of at that point. Okay, maybe we can check a little bit on the backup match.
Can you update the scores? Yeah.
There we go. And there we go. Like this. So, the backup match, let's have a look, because players are still shuffling after sideboarding. So who do we have here? We have a humans player, and we have the blue-red breach deck.
On the right hand side is...
but they're also sideboarding, I think. So on the right hand side it's Stefan Reinder? Schneider. And on the left hand side Eric Brinks playing the blue-red breach deck. But yeah, they're also sideboarding, so that went pretty quickly. Could be either way the win, because humans can beat pretty fast, and an Emrakul on turn 3 is also pretty strong. Let's have a look at
I've heard.
You've heard?
Yeah.
Okay, they started already in the feature match. Spire Bluff Canal into a Serum Visions for Diether. They both kept, obviously, otherwise they would have been shuffling again. Maybe we can get back a little bit later to the backup match. Both Scry to the bottom. Let's have a look what Bart can do. Thoughtseize, Fetch, Shock. I think he's going down to 15. I'm gonna guess he's going down to 15.
Yeah, dice is already on 15.
What does Diether have in hand? Slate of Hand, Pyretic Ritual, Steam Vents, and 2 Goblins. He has a good hand. He has redundancy, so the Ritual is the best pick, I think, here. Unless, depending on Bart's hand, he doesn't have other removal spells for the Goblins. Yeah, he has Bolt and Fatal Push. But otherwise, taking a Goblin is just redundant, and taking a Slate of Hand also. If he has more discard spells, then it might be good to just take a Goblin anyway.
Yeah.
Because for the rest, Diether doesn't really have anything going on. He does, there we go. So maybe Bart is indeed hedging with extra discard spells. Because the Slate of Hands can dig pretty fast. I think he drew another Pyretic Ritual there. Slate of Hand. Pre-land drop, of course. One to the hand, didn't see which one. Spiral of Canal 2. Slate of Hand 2. Digging Power, 5 cards deep. And with the Serum Visions, he's already 8-9 cards deep on turn 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see what Bart can muster. It's funny when you're the first time in the booth that people try to look from an angle at people's hands, but it doesn't work, Evil.
No,
I can tell you it doesn't work. Me and Glenn did it as well the first time.
I've noticed.
Yeah. So what did he play? Thought Scour? Milling. Scalding
Mr. Land Drop.
Yeah, he was looking for a land drop, but he thought Scoured a Scalding Turn away, and I think a Remand. Another opt looking for land. Diether only plays the draw, because that was what his opponent didn't see, the Scalding Turn. And I think he's gonna have to discard. I think Bart is going to discard. Or no, he has 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think he has 8.
Yeah.
But
if,
yeah, Diether needs to fetch before he
for-
actually goes to discard.
Yeah.
That was the hand gesture, I guess. Like, wait.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Bart, because he's a judge, he asked if he can go to the discard phase.
Which is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And
Well, a lot of people just say go.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I think you do that as well.
Yeah.
But if you're playing, on tournament level, you should get used to giving your
I think,
opportunity to the opponent, passing the priority to do his actions.
Yeah. But I
Diether
think a lot of
keeps
people just put a card in his graveyard and say go instead
and then
of.
you need to rewind.
Yeah.
And then,
That's the advantage of being a judge. So
it's very nice playing against Bart. It's very nice because he always announces everything very clearly. Okay, so Blood Crypt untapped, no play. Diether keeps drawing lands. This is the first time he didn't draw a land in 3 turns, I think. Yeah? No, 2 turns. It's not going very well for Diether.
no.
He's sandbagging the Goblin Electromancer, but he knows, and Bart knows, that if he has interaction, the first spell that might be cast with the Electromancer on board will result in a cascade if he tries to Fatal Push it or Lightning Bolt. Another land for Diether, this is not what you want to be doing.
And I saw Bart discarded Anger of the Gods, so he did bring those in.
Yeah, they hit both his creatures, so and the goblins, and so that's very good. Didn't we predict that? Yeah, 2 angers, 1 engineered. And a Nile Spellbomb. Bolt to the face.
Just not to discard. Oh no, it was end of turn. A bolt.
Diether is at 16 already, I think. I missed some fetch damage. Yeah, the fetch damage, I missed it. There we go. The second side. So he has a hand of sideboard cards. Thoughtseize on turn 1 and sideboard cards is pretty good. And that's why you had to think so long about it, probably, what to get out of Diether's hand. And he took the redundant card, so...
Yeah.
Diether, no land drop, opt. I think he has an opt, but his hand is gas. I think he has a ritual, and he has a lot of rituals.
So just another silence from us because I have some info for you. The metagame has been posted. No. My colleague Jackie is...
via chat, yeah.
Okay. So... not quite sure what is going on right now.
I received the pairings for round 3
Okay.
in my chat a while ago. And
I think I'm gonna leave Jackie alone now with his laptop and
see what happens.
keep focusing on the match. So there's... Okay, another... Okay, what to pick. I didn't see if he discarded an extra card, so...
So the Grave Shot, the kill goes away with a Nile Spellbomb active.
Okay.
So he has Ritual, Empty the Warrens and Past in Flames, I think, which you just leave because you have a Spellbomb up. He took 2 damage in the meantime, Diether from the Snappy. And his opponent went down to 11 I guess from a fetch shock or a shock. Obviously it's a lot grindier after sideboarding.
Yeah.
Diether did get a Gifts Ungiven. in the hand from the draw step, so he's going for it. He has all the rituals.
Yeah.
And Bart, he's going for it. I think he's gonna make goblins.
Yeah.
Now Bart is gonna fatal push in response to the first spell cast. We will try to get the storm counter on it. So 1 from the goblin, 1 from the fatal push, 1 from the ritual.
Oh.
So it should be at 3. Yeah. Now Diether needs to.
In respond.
He's gonna ritual again. So storm is 4. And he makes 3 red mana, of course. Yeah. Thank you. That's pretty clear.
So this is all in response on the fatal push.
So
Thing. He's at
storm is 5.
Yeah.
And the other ritual is still on the stack.
Yeah.
This is an alternate art pyretic ritual, so that's why it's difficult probably to.
Now he's thinking. Yeah, now the fatal push is resolving.
So they let the stack empty.
Yeah.
Now he's playing the 6th spell, which is the Past in Flames.
In response.
The Nile Spellbomb gets blown up, drawing Bart a card. He's gonna gift, so that's 7. So he has gifts with how much mana floating? Ritual, ritual, ritual? 3 rituals, right?
Yeah.
So ritual, that's 3, 2, 5, 7.
I can ask our stream monkey to put up some big dice for the mana and the storm count.
Not really clear what's going on here, but I thought Diether was empty-handed and he played the gifts ungiven and he's looking at 2, 4, 6 cards. And I think gifts ungiven says get 4 different cards and have your opponent choose 2 of those or make 2 piles. 2 that you can keep and 2 that you need to put into the bin. Let's put it up because there is something not 100%
Search your library
correct.
for up to 4 cards with different names and reveal them. Target opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest into your hand. Then shuffle your library. So indeed, there are Not sure what is going on right now.
No, this is unclear
Yeah.
to me. But Bart is sitting there, so it should be
yeah.
okay. Ah, no, now he's putting cards back. So actually he's making a different gifts pile. Yeah, Tom, that's what I thought as well. Or a combination of Wheel of Fortune and pieces of the puzzle, which can be complicated because these pieces is blue, 2 colorless. Look at the top 5 and get a 2 instant or sorceries from it. But yeah, we're resolving the huge gifts ungiven. So I think with this line and the 3 red mana floating, he has a problem. Because Bart is never gonna give him the kill condition, the empty. Because he can empty for 16 goblins or something, or 18 goblins. And he needs to make sure that with pieces, gifts, and sleight of hand, he takes the best shot at going off next turn, because this is otherwise going wrong.
So those are the 4 cards.
Yeah, so that's pieces of the puzzle, gifts and given again, empty the warrants, and sleight of hand. I would throw the empty the warrants, unless he has an answer, immediately into the graveyard.
Maybe he has his second Anger of the Gods
Or
in hand.
engineered explosives.
Yeah, something like that.
He's thinking. He's thinking.
So the empty the warrants and the sleight of hand go to his hand, so he must have an answer to all the goblins. Not quite sure, I haven't seen.
So there we go, 18 goblins. Storm with 8 storm, and the goblins from the empty itself, it's
Storm 9. Should be 18 goblins.
so he immediately puts the die on there with 18 goblins.
Yeah.
And he's all in. Let's see what Bart can muster. Nice to have that situation resolved smoothly
Yeah.
with
He has an Anger of the Gods.
the super gifts ungiven. Oh, he attacks straight into the goblins.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't matter because I'm gonna blow up everything. And this is not gonna get exiled now. Smart play from Bart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he has an extra card to fuel Gurmak Anglers. Or Colligan's commands, which he might have in hand. Plays 2 main. Non-side. So yeah. That's what you see. Very tight and heads up play. Sleight of hand. Go for it.
Yeah.
Grape shot land or bolt land. There was something in that sequencing that went a little bit wrong. Yes, Tom, they have a Goblin War Strike, but I'm not sure if that's even legal in Modern. Don't think it is. It's from Scourge, so I think it's not.
Another empty the warrants.
So Storm is 2.
Yeah, so that should
4
be
gobos and a barrel. It's not even a goblin token. It's
6.
elemental.
Oh, there was a sleight of hand, so.
Oh yeah. Maybe I should just reset the storm counter to avoid confusion.
Yeah.
Snappy and anger. Well done.
Try again.
I'm not sure why there is 2 different exile piles. Because
I think
this one should be there. The barrel should be on the Pyretic Ritual, because now it looks like it's in the graveyard. Tassigur. Delve, delve, delve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, I know. Shh. But at least I got that fact straight, that it's not legal in Modern. Goblin War Strike. Diether is gonna have one hell of a time trying to get out of this. Oof. A 2-2. I'm gonna gifts upside down.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be Manamorphose, Ritual, and Grape Shot. Can't be Grape Shot because then it goes to the graveyard. Maybe Noxious Revival. Noxious Revival would be pretty good. Slate Event. Does he play Noxious Revival? Yeah, why not? Noxious Revival is 1 green or pay 2 life, Reaction mana. Put the card from your graveyard on top of your deck. So that's very good in combination. So he's not gonna let him draw extra cards. He's gonna give him rituals as he has no accelerant, no kill, and no searching tool. Unless he draws it. Don't shuffle so fast, Diether. Here we go. Storm. It is 1.
Yeah.
3 red mana. It's not cheap, this Storm. And this mana, paying full price.
Yeah.
Storm. It's 2. So up to 5. No. Up to 4 mana. Red ones.
1 card in hand.
Storm is 3. So 5 down to 3, 4 down to 2, up to 3 is 5 mana. There we have a not ceremonious rejection, the hard counter spell, Stubborn Denial.
Stubborn Denial. Yeah.
With the Tessiger, the Ferocious is okay, and Diether can start all over again. The plus side is, oh no, it's not. He Stubborn Denial to Past in Flames.
Yeah.
I thought the plus side would be that he at least has mana to flashback Past in Flames. Diether took a hit of
8.
8.
He's down
And
to
Bart's
6.
life total is wrong, but no problem. I think Bart didn't. Yeah, Diether scoops him up. Yeah, this is over.
2-0 for
2-0 for Bart Boudewijn, the judge. The backup match I heard indeed was done. So